Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I thank Pastor Clayton and the elders of the church for giving me this opportunity of coming and saying a few words about the leprosy mission we have established almost 30 years ago when my dad, after his retirement as the first elected bishop of Church of South India in the Diocese of Karimnagar, he, after his retirement, went out every day, morning till evening, to do cottage prayer meetings with visiting different families, different schools, different churches, Sunday schools. And one of them was his visitation to a leprosy colony in a city called Hyderabad, where there were 150 families residing in a very secluded community, out of town, miles and miles away from town. But my dad, Bishop Prabhudas, he found a way of reaching out to them. He visited them, conducted Sunday services, conducted baptisms, and uplifted their spirits each time he visited, prayed for them, and found help to these helpless, secluded, untouchable lepers. As you all know, there are approximately 4 million lepers in the world, and half of them reside in India. 2 million people. At one time, there used to be 10,000 plus leprosy colonies who were housing these lepers, and on their own, their only profession is panhandling. Go out to the city and beg for money and buy some food, and that is their lifestyle. When my father visited these colonies, he found them in a very bad mud huts, no water or sanitation. He prayed about finding help to build reasonably good housing, good sanitation, good water to drink, and found help with food by his unending prayers and help of family, friends, and neighbors. He was able to bring a new life into them. Jesus was working. Jesus was seeing these people, and Jesus touched them and trying to heal them. And when my dad died in 1996, there was a big funeral in our Christian funeral yard. And there were 20 or 30 people away from the gathering at the funeral under a tree. And I noticed them, but they're not mingling with us. Maybe I thought there was another funeral going on. But after the service, my brother came to me and said, "Brother, the people who are under that tree just called me to ask me what is their future now." And I asked my brother what's going on, and they said, "These are the lepers who Dad provided their basic needs, and now they're left alone. They're wondering what's going to happen to them." And I told my brother to go and tell them that we will talk about it, we will think about it, and we will continue to help one way or the other. But right now, we are in mourning, and it takes some time. So, the leaders of that leprosy colony were wondering, when is the help going to come? When is God going to continue helping us? My father was able to start a small elementary, primary grade school to the children of the lepers and built a small church, one of a kind, exclusively for the lepers. And he hired an evangelist and made sure that the Sunday services go on and prayer home visitations will continue, and rendering help through our family and friends and neighbors and church elders will send their gifts, Thanksgiving gifts to them. So it continued for 2 years. The reason I wanted to help them came on 1 or 2 occasions. It's like a mission moment for me. I was a middle schooler, and my dad and mom were working in a small village where there was a Christian hospital, Church of Charles South India Hospital. And in that church, in that hospital, there was a Bible woman called Ratnamma, who was a recovering leprosy patient with disfigured fingers, feet, no toes, walking with cane, with difficulty. Every day, before the hospital services begin for the day, she used to conduct prayer to start the day. And she always ended the day with the prayer. And she was a church worker under my father. She was our neighbor, living attached to the parsonage. And we never paid attention about the disease itself, but we were more concerned about her disfigured fingers and the toes and nose half shrunk, ears half gone, eyes completely swollen and blisters. And one day she had an amputation of those gangrenous feet by a surgeon who was a missionary from England, Dr. Way. He did the surgery, successful surgery, and while she was recovering, she had a blood clot and it killed her. Dr. Way, I saw him leaning on the ground where she was lying on a veranda of the floor of the surgery suite, doing CPR and mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. That touched me. That was my very memorable, unforgettable mission zeal I've seen and felt very touched. And the second opportunity I had, God's call, was after I finished my 12th grade. I was waiting to get into college, medical college. I was assigned to a Church of South India Hospital in Karimnagar, where my dad was bishop. He arranged for a 1 month of rotation to learn medicine under a German doctor, missionary doctor, Dr. Christer. First day during my rounds with her. She took me to different patients and explained about patients. And we were walking to a different ward away from the hospital. I didn't know where we were going, but on the way she said, "Have you touched leper?" I said, "No, not really." And the next question she asked, "Do you want to touch the leper?" I said, reluctantly, maybe. She pulled a glove, gave me a glove to put it on, and said, "Let's go and see this patient." She was going to do an amputation. I was remembering Dr. Way and his amputation and the patient who died. So she took me to that patient and she touched with her bare hands. And I, with my gloved hand, touched the gangrenous foot and felt something I've never felt like that before. So I thought that was a call for me to take care of the leprosy patients. So I dedicated my medical life into helping these leper patients. And we moved over here with the family and the friends and the church family members. We were able to raise money. And Father Poole, who was our rector, encouraged us to form a charity organization, tax exemptable, called Hopewallah. Hopewallah means one who provides the hope. Hope is being carried to these untouchables. But God was merciful on them. Just like we heard today in the sermon, He saw these people. He touched and healed them. Right now, in that Borobanda leprosy colony, there are 140 families, leprosy families. All of them are in remission, but they still need medical care. They can come down with colds and coughs and appendicitis and any surgical issues and all that. So I go there every year and conduct medical leprosy mission camps, medical camps, providing them free medications, free evaluations, free food, free housing, and any kind of help. Especially we pay attention to the children who we would like for them to prevent contracting leprosy. Fortunately, God has given 95% of the population in the world naturally immune to leprosy. So that's 5% of those prone to get leprosy, including the children who live in that environment where this leprosy is airborne disease, just like TB. And we in India get leprosy, no vaccinations, but TB vaccinations are available. And TB vaccinations seem to protect the people from getting leprosy because the bacteria is of the same family, acid fast bacilli. So 95% of our world population is naturally immune, plus all the people who receive BCG vaccinations have gotten more protection in addition to our 95% people who are immune. So right now, our leprosy mission, Hopewallah, has not only taken care of the original leprosy colony patients and families and neighbors. I have gone out to reach out to 2 different leprosy colonies and continue to provide their health needs. We have every year conduct a fundraising event which raises enough money for us to go there and provide the medical services throughout the year. But I go there for 4 weeks to conduct and supervise and make sure that everything is in good order. So we have this coming year event on October 4th in Fort Worth, and I would love to request your prayers and remember those lepers and Jesus' healing ministry, which is right on, going very smoothly, very powerfully. The COVID infection has really killed a lot of lepers because of their low immunity. But there are still a lot of families afflicted with leprosy in their families. So I request for you all to pray for this Hopewallah, which became reality in attaining the status of tax-exempt entity for the past 15 years. 2009 we started the process. From 2011 on, we are an accepted medical mission entity, and I would like to pray and request your prayers for those lepers and their families in Hyderabad. And I have few pamphlets for you all to look at it, and I will leave at the back door there. And if you have any questions after the church, I would be willing to answer. And again, once again, thank you. Thank you, everybody. You all have a blessed day.